This video was digitized from a reel of silent Super 8mm film, and I believe it's of the U.S. Air Force 12th Civil Engineering Squadron at Cam Rahn Bay, Vietnam, in late 1965, early 1966. And you can see there on the sign 12 CES, which is the U.S. Air Force's 12th Civil Engineering Squadron. And this, I believe, belonged to a U.S. Air Force sergeant by the name of Brennan. You'll see he makes a cameo appearance here towards the end. And I think this is just as the 12th CES is arriving in Cam Rahn Bay. They got there on the 8th of November, 1965, because after these shots of the beach and some panning of Cam Rahn Bay, they get into actually building their barracks and where they're going to be operating at here on Cam Rahn Bay. So and then Sergeant Brennan makes an appearance here towards the end, which is always really nice. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this look at the U.S. Air Force 12th Civil Engineering Squadron in Cam Rahn Bay, Vietnam, late 1965, early 1966. I hope you enjoyed this bit of history. Try to upload military and patriotic videos to my site here, about every other day. And if you're interested in a good read, check out my books at www.edsemler.com.